What's up, guys? Okay, so I'm back. I've wanted to do an animation story time for a while and never got around to it for many reasons, whether it's work or mental health. Mainly, it's a combination. So, a little bit of what's going on with my channel. I'm not happy with the current stories. So, until I can get that straightened out, tooth and claw, and any other project I've been working on is on hold. I'm trying. I'm trying this for a while, telling you stories from my life. So let's get into it. OCD. Probably the most annoying thing I deal with on a daily basis. There are a lot of weird things around this. There's a lot of comedy in it, though. I get easily distracted by my own thoughts, and I get so excited I forget a lot. Like this one time, where I made sure I had everything for the concert except for one key, I think it's kind of important. A little bit, My sheet music. Forgetting your sheet music is like forgetting your instrument. It's basically forgetting to breathe. You need it to not die from your band director. So, yeah, that, and you don't want to look like an idiot without your music. But I play trombone. Just letting y'all know that because it's my thing. Cue trombone. A lot of my friends know me as a comedic idiot. Comedy is my big outlet outside of playing music. I tend to get too focused on comedy and I get in trouble. Like this one time, I almost got kind of fired from my job for messing with the customer because I was messing with them like, hell, I might give you one count nugget just to mess with you. No, that they got fairly fired up fast. Don't do that. People get very apprehensive around their food. Now, OCD, of course, has a dark side, as mental illness usually shows itself more than anything on this particular hemisphere of the spectrum. Always fun. I stopped everything at one point in my life because I have panic attacks a lot. They're normally not like huge ones, like the big dramatic ones. They're just really like you feel like you just want to stop, which I did for a second because it was one of the reasons why I didn't, it's one of the reasons why I didn't post because I felt like I didn't have anything to say, and that really drove me nuts, and I didn't have any ideas basically at that point, and I was panicking about that. See, this is the reason why I never have a consistent upload schedule. Speaking of consistent, this week last week I should say, had 6 band performances. That's a lot. I did get to play. I do enjoy. I really do enjoy it though. I play in my school's band, and of course, I wish I could get paid to play because why not? Another story from bands back in middle school when I was a tiny little trombone player for our band spring concert. We were playing Jurassic Park, Radio's March, and Beauty and the Beast. Anyway, to make a long story short, you get the gist. I was the only trombone player with music because my memory wasn't total garbage at that point, and every other trombone player forgot their music, so we had to share one stand. So we had like three, including me, trombone players at that point in the band. That was an interesting sight, Little bit of, 3 little trombone players from like 6th grade, all holding around one crappy little stand. Also, coming back to the performance last week, I shook after the first time playing our jazz song. This always happens because it's rather scary to do a solo, because I had a solo in the song. It was written, but still nerve-wracking. And my jazz band people watch this know the stress that you go under. What's even scarier is that this event as a town community is huge. From what I hear every year, that there are families that don't put up a Christmas tree until they hear us play. It is the biggest event for our high school band every school year. To give you a sense of how big, I believe our auditorium has a capacity of at least 1,000. Every year, we have at least 3/4 of that, or more. that number remains for each concert. And there are 2 public concerts and 2 school concerts. Like, you have like elementary school and middle school come in. This happens over the course of like 3 days. Normally, for each of the school concerts, we are near the full capacity, and it's extremely funny and wholesome to see how the kids' jaws just drop whenever we play. I remember going when I was younger, and it is just as awesome as the expression on the kids' faces I see whenever we perform. Also, during one of the other performances we played for the schools, we had light problems. On one of the songs, the lights just dipped for no reason. Needless to say, the light director was having problems. But anyway, it dipped at like the right part, and it dipped at a crescendo, which is the most amazing thing. Because okay, for those who don't know, crescendos are like gets like really loud. Like you go from like a forte to like a fortissimo or loud to louder. That's what it is. But anyway, and it was honestly one of the coolest parts of that performance. I finally played the solo right last night. It's just finding the rhythms because I got all the right notes. It's just rhythms is interesting. Speaking of performing and music performance, will know what I'm talking about. There's a difference between performing and performing well. It is so cool to leave an impact like that, really powerful in a room, and just hearing it bounce back and hit you in the face. And it is just one of the best things about being a performer, outside of the silence in between the music and the applause. That's probably the best feeling in my opinion. Now, I'm truly lucky to have this type of high school band because I know how many other bands would kill for a setup like this. There are many bands that just don't have money at all. We're not rich, but we're not poor. And it's really awesome. Now, I've only talked about 4 out of the 6 performances. And you may ask, what about the other 2? I may talk about those depending on how they go and if you guys even want to see it. But anyway, I hope to see you guys next time, and bye-bye. And now.